Hi Collective, welcome to Sacred Wisdom Oracle. I'm Sophia and I'm back for another reading. I hope everyone is doing fabulous today. I want to welcome everyone back. If you are new to the channel, welcome to the family, y'all. So this is going to be a collective general reading, all right? That being said, please use your discernment. Okay, if something doesn't make sense to you for your situation, then most likely it's not for you. If this reading brings any fear or paranoia to you, then it's not your reading. It should be clarification or confirmation to something that you are already aware of, okay? All right, so I wasn't quite ready yet, but we do have this card that came out, Wi-Fi hack. Keep passwords safe. Don't let them use your Wi-Fi. I will keep it out. We're not going to clarify it, but... All right. Divine angels, ancestors, spirit, and guides, I call upon you to surround myself and the collective with love, light, and guidance with the highest protection. I ask that only beings of light enter this space, offering wisdom for the collective's highest good. Guide me with clarity, shield me from harm, and help me to see what is needed in this read. So that's interesting that I made that slip up, that mistake, and I said, protect yourself. Someone may need to actually protect themselves from a Wi-Fi hack. There are no mistakes in tarot, so let's keep going here and see what comes out. Holy Spirit, Holy Angels of the highest white light, what do you have for the collective's highest good in this reading? The first letter out, F. So somebody could have the initial F, first, middle, or last. This could be you. This could be someone involved. Or someone who needs to keep their Wi-Fi password safe. We have fake documents, forgery. Someone could assign someone's name to something. This could be this F person. We are going to clarify that. Some sort of fake documents, some sort of forgery, some sort of fake accounts. What else do we need, Holy Spirit? What else does the collective need to hear? The letter P, first, middle, or last. P could be making fake accounts. F could have signed some sort of document. H, FHP. Someone could have like a Hewlett-Packard computer, if they still make them. F could assign someone's name on a HP computer or scanner. I just heard scanner. All right, we have in the wintertime, or somebody born in the wintertime could have done this. Sometime in the winter when it's cold. This could specifically be someone born in January. F, H, or P could be born in January. And we have corrupt officials dropped the ball. We're definitely going to clarify that. Let's get 3 more. Holy Spirit, what else does the collective need to know for this overall energy? We have a fire sign. Leo, Aries, Sag. Could have done something in winter time. Another letter, we have N. HPN. Tell me more, Holy Spirit. Stolen pictures, hacked pictures. Somebody could have catfished someone to get fake pictures or stolen pictures. L, somebody with the initial L, first, middle, or last. Wow, we have a lot of letters out here for just overall energy. So when letters come out like this in overall energy that we're pulling, it's these initials are very significant. So these could be your initials or someone else that's involved. All right, let's get two more. Holy Spirit, two more for overall energy for the collective. Paid someone off, hired someone for their gain. And this is someone you know. So someone you know was hired to do something here. Perhaps hack your Wi-Fi. Now, this doesn't have to be somebody that you're like in contact with now. This could be somebody that you knew in the past. This could be, you know, an ex, a family member, a friend, even a coworker, even someone, this card doesn't go in there, even someone who, let's say, is a family member of a friend that you have or had at some point in your life. Ooh. H-I-T, man. Hitman. Someone could have paid someone you know to become a hitman. I am going to spell it for the rest of the video because this is not a favored word. There's evidence and receipts of this. Oh, will and trust. Somebody with the initial W or M and D are involved. So somebody with the initial D and W could be involved, or this is your initials. Interesting. All right, y'all, let's get into this clarification. The person you are thinking about right now is them. There could be a pyramid scammer or a romance scammer involved that had some sort of dumb idea. They thought this was genius, but it's only proving that they're not very smart, which is giving me like illegal energy here. All right, so we have a Leo, Aries, Sag that could have been involved in doing something in with either, okay, there could be a fire sign that did something with someone born in January, so, or something happened in the month of January. All right. Someone could have like sent you some sort of something that required a signature, or somebody hacked someone here to gain a signature. Okay, someone could have known that you were going to be getting some sort of official paperwork that was going to require a signature. This could have been specific during the years of 2020 through 2023. And why do I say that? Because a lot of things were being done online at that time. I can think of several things that I had to sign online because people were not really doing a whole lot at that time. So that could be significant. All right, so I'm going to take this hired someone you know for their gain along with hitman together. Oh, I said it. So we're going to clarify those together, and then will and trust or bank account and evidence and receipts, because I feel like these are going to be the best. All right, so before we use this deck, I'm going to use this other one. Okay, so normally I don't use both of these decks at the same time, but Spirit is guiding me to do so. So I'm going to obey. All right. Something about the initials D and W, F, H, P, N, and L are very significant. Now again, these could be your initials, or these could be initials of people that are involved. If there is a will, trust, or bank account in question here, that is motive right there. So it's almost like we're getting everything in a timeline in this overall energy. you could have reached out to the officials and perhaps they didn't take you seriously. Which really, it's mind-boggling why people don't take things seriously in law enforcement. We've had these conversations before on this channel. It's extremely disappointing to find out that, you know, they're in a position, but they don't care about doing their job. All right, tell me about fake documents, forgery, pharmacy. Somebody could have done something at a pharmacy, faked some sort of documents, forged something at a pharmacy. Ooh, a crooked attorney. Hold on, this isn't straight. A crooked attorney did something here at a pharmacy. They could have signed to get some sort of pharmaceutical records in your name. Ooh. A crooked attorney and alphabet boys were involved in something here. Interesting. It's coming back. Something could be coming back to someone for doing what they did. So whatever these fake documents or forgery was here, this is coming back to someone. Whoever did this, perhaps a crooked attorney, or whatever this proof is here. Some sort of documents that were obtained or some sort of forgery. It's now coming back to a crooked attorney and the alphabet boys that were involved. 24/7 surveillance, watching the collective. Okay. Interesting. So there could be a crooked attorney that reached out to the alphabet boys. And if you were being watched and surveilled 24/7, this is who could have been involved. Okay, this could be because somebody faked or forged some sort of documentation. So somebody could have sent fake information to an attorney. Okay, a crooked attorney could have sent forged or fake documents to the FBI or the CIA in order to get somebody to be watched 24/7. This could be bad news for someone. This could be bad news for a crooked attorney. An Aquarius, distorted Aquarius, could have bribed someone. This is wild. Okay, tell me about fake accounts, Holy Spirit. Good news. Wow, we have bad news and good news. So there could be good news about some sort of fake catfished accounts. This could be information that you can find. Like if you go to a pharmacy and somebody could have been like wanting to look into your pharmaceutical records or medications, and this could still be on record. Tell me about fake accounts. Oh, life in prison. What? This is what it's going to be good news to someone that someone's going to get life in prison. Whoever this catfish is or this crooked attorney. Wow. Now, I don't, wish people to be incarcerated for no reason. So, but if somebody did something that is worthy of life in prison, then whoa. A cancer? So there could be a cancer involved here. That could be going to jail for life in prison. This is giving me like crimes against humanity kind of thing. Yeah, court date. So the alphabet boys could be showing up in a court date in the next 3 to 6 months for somebody who's going to court and facing life in prison. Wow. Tell me more about this catfish account. Blocked. So somebody watching the collective has been blocked. So there's 24/7 surveillance. This is being blocked, perhaps by the courts. This could be good news that something was blocked. A cancer surveilling somebody was blocked. So let's say somebody put cameras in your home. This was blocked. Somebody could still be watching from outside your home, though, is what I'm getting. Cycle is closed. So it's bad news for someone here that a cycle is closed, but it's good news for you that somebody found something relating to a cancer and catfish fake accounts. This is not going to be the only thing someone's going to be facing life in prison for. I've never heard of somebody getting life in prison for a catfish and fake accounts. So that being said, there's something much more severe here that's being looked at. And it's not just forgery or anything like that. It has to have something to do with this hit. You may not be the only person who's ever dealt with this person hiring a hit on someone. Capricorn. This is at the beginning here of this column of cards here under drop the ball, officials dropping the ball, or somebody dropped the ball. It could be a Capricorn and a Cancer. Something could be coming back to a Capricorn and a Cancer. Document. So there's something significant about a pharmaceutical document and good news. Here, let me mix these up just a little bit more. Here's that Aquarius again. Wants to come out, obviously. So we'll leave this one out. So there could be some sort of pictures, or somebody stole pictures. Somebody could have impersonated someone. Someone could have also used some sort of pictures to do something here. Tell me about drop the ball. Mental illness. A crooked attorney could have a mental illness, or somebody was looking for a document in a pharmacy proving somebody had mental illness. But the only thing that came back at the pharmacy was good news. Okay. Constant drive-by. Someone could be trying to cause someone a mental illness or document a mental illness by constantly driving by someone's house. I mean, this is coming out as like stalking. We have cash. Somebody could be giving someone cash to drive by someone's house. Now, this could actually be walk or drive by. Tell me more. Something about someone giving someone cash. No empathy. So somebody here has no empathy. Y'all, this is interesting reading. Tell me about paid someone to put a hit out on the collective. This is a felony, obviously. Something somebody did with a pharmacy could be a felony as well. Somebody could have forged your signature at a pharmacy to get some sort of documentation about something. In order to be able to watch someone 24/7. Y'all, I have it here. Okay, there we go. So somebody could have forged a signature to get somebody to be watched 24/7. Forged some sort of pictures or something. Malicious intent. So whatever this felony was, malicious intent to do this hit, it's coming back to somebody. Somebody could be claiming mental illness because they're going to life in prison, or they're going to get tried for life in prison. Miracles are coming in for you. These miracles could be literally by the alphabet boys working in your favor in a court date, collective. I mean, or some sort of miracles are coming in when it came to this hit that somebody put out that was malicious. Something about Canada could be significant. Somebody could have hired someone in Canada to do this. Like they thought if they went out of the country, It couldn't be used in court or something. I don't know. Let's see. What else? What else do we have here? Pictures. There's pictures of somebody hiring someone to do a hit. Somebody could have been paid money to surveil and get pictures, video of the collective. I know what you did last summer. So something could have happened in the summer. It doesn't have to be exactly last summer. It could be 2 summers ago, 3 summers ago. All right? So someone's getting bad news that you know what they did last summer. That was forbidden. Ooh. Yeah, the fact that this person has no empathy is going to be brought up. Tell me about will and trust, bank account, criminal. So somebody did something. We've got felony, criminal, document, pharmacy. Good news. So you could be getting good news about what somebody did here that was criminal when it comes to a will, bank account, or a trust. Whatever it was a felony. Don't take it personal. They are the one that's messed up. So if somebody did something criminal here, don't take it personal because they're the ones that's, cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Here, give me this will and trust. A sister could be involved in something when it comes to a will and a trust. The sister is involved with doing something malicious. The sister could have pretended to have a mental illness. This sister could be the one that is looking at life in prison. I don't know what this sister did, but damn. Sister criminal, will and trust, bank account. The sister's the one that's messed up. Justice. Again, we've got alphabet boys, court date 3 to 6 months, and justice. And this is right next to miracles are coming in for you. So these miracles that are coming in for you is justice, collective. Justice. Justice for something a sister did, a criminal sister did. Now, this doesn't have to actually be your sister, but it's someone's sister. Again, this could be someone that you knew, or used to know, a family member, a sister-in-law. It could be anything, okay? So take it how it resonates. Positive changes coming in for you. So I'm going to put this one back here because we've already got that out here. So this is a positive change that is coming in with this justice. Tell me more about will, trust, or repossessed. Something could be getting repossessed from a sister. Now listen, if this sister was given anything from a will, trust, or bank account, they're going to have to give it back. They could have been doing something here in order to keep this or get this, to essentially get you out of the running for something. Okay, so, y'all, what is up with my shirt? Okay, so they could be, okay, let's say that, let's say this is for instance, a sister-in-law, okay? And you're older than the sister, right? And this sister-in-law never really liked you, never really knew you, not blood related, right? And maybe the only way that they would even qualify for getting some sort of will, trust, or bank account that was yours is if they got you out of the way. They could have been given something to do this. Let's say you have a weak-ass father, right? That married a woman and she raised some crazy children, right? And, didn't raise them to be respectful, raised them to be freaking criminals or whatever, right? This father could have just been like, oh, whatever, I'm not going to fight, my own wife and her kids. So we'll just, get rid of this. You could be like, this could be your father that like you never really had anything to do with. This father could have some sort of a vendetta against you for some reason. I just heard for being honest. So, like, if this father was never really around, you could be like, yeah, anyway, you get what I'm saying, you guys. Tell me about will, trust, bank account. Payment. A payment is getting repossessed. This is justice. A payment perhaps to a sister for a will. What did I just say? Wow. For a will, trust, bank account. A sister could have received this, and this is going to be repossessed from them. And it's right next to payment and cash. It's being blocked. Wow. Tell me about will, trust, karma. So this sister is getting karma. One more. Karma for what they did that was forbidden. Trying to bind, perhaps, someone here. Doing something forbidden. They could have done some sort of binding magic, or they tried to bind you with some sort of signature, fake documents. They tried to bind you to say you have mental illness. This was malicious. This was not from a caring place. Tell me about evidence and receipts. What do we have evidence and receipts of? A stolen freaking identity. This sister could have pretended to be you, stole your identity, and then did something binding, like pretended to have mental illness and look like they're you. Stole your identity in some way. All of a sudden the sister could have like popped up with, the same hairstyle. You could be somewhat of the same age as this sister and look kind of similar, even though maybe you're not even blood related to this person. This person could have stolen your identity, which was also a felony, in order to sign some sort of document or to get some sort of pharmaceutical record. This was forged. Somebody could know somebody here that makes fake IDs. I don't know how it works, but won't let go of the past. A sister won't let go of the past for what? I do not know. So this sister could be doing something with a crooked attorney and now be getting life in prison. Statement. So somebody could be making a statement. The Alphabet Boys could be making a statement in court, in justice court. We've got court date 3 to 6 months, justice. So there could be something about justice court when it comes to this, and somebody going to prison for life. Whatever somebody did, it was pretty bad. And I would have to say that it qualifies if they tried to hire an HIT man. Post office box. Somebody could have stole your identity and did something at the post office, changed an address, changed paperwork. Ooh, hush money. There was a payment of hush money in cash given to someone. Perhaps at the post office? I don't know for sure. There could be pictures of this person paying somebody a payment of hush money in cash to someone because somebody was being watched. This could have been a payment of hush money, to do something with 24-hour surveillance, and we have the initial M. Somebody could have the initial M that's involved in this situation. All right, let's get one more. G could be involved as well. Someone could be a GM, general manager. Somebody was paid the general manager of a post office. Somebody could have stolen your identity or whoever this reading's for, stolen someone's identity and got a post office box in their name. Medical records. So someone could have actually went to a post office with a stolen identity and sent away for someone's medical records, forged some sort of information. There's something serious here when it comes to malicious intent, medical records, and mental illness. So like if you have somebody that just popped out all of a sudden in your family and been like, oh, I think you really need to get your head checked, right? And you could be like, what? What are you saying? What are you talking about? It could have been because these people were all working together. One more for evidence. So there's evidence of hush money. There's evidence of false statements. This could be false statements in court. There's evidence of medical records, stolen identity, a hit, malicious intent, payments being made. L. Somebody, we've got the letter L again. Okay, I'm putting that back because we already have that out. All right, let's get two more. Trying to say you do strange things for change. Somebody could have stole your identity and pretended to be a hoe. All right. One more. Somebody was trying to sign your DEATH certificate here by making statements about you in court that were lies. In some sort of local court. Ooh, hold on, y'all. Shit's getting messy. One sec. Okay. All right, let's see. Where are we going to go? All right, let's get some more information here. And we have cultist and alien. So yeah, lose mind, extreme. Somebody could have been saying like you lost your mind. Like they went extreme. Like, I can't believe this is like coming out exactly like I just said. Alien, extraterrestrial, otherworldly, unknown, or cosmic. So somebody could have said, well, we don't know why the collective lost their mind. When in fact, you could have been like showing signs of stress because of what these people did. Someone could have even made documents, forged documents in order to say this. To the, I don't know why the alphabet boys would be involving themselves in a mental illness case, but there's something going on here. Yeah, this was something somebody adventured out on. They thought, oh, I'll take this challenge. Or they were hired by a crooked attorney during a discovery phase. We've got discovery on here. Discovery phase of a case, perhaps? This could have been done by a crooked attorney to watch the collective 24/7. Interesting. If you had some sort of case, court case going on or something, and it was taking a long time to wrap up, this could be why. It could be because somebody was having you watched. They tried to say you were doing strange things for a change. Tell me about fake accounts, catfish. Someone could have like sent fake accounts to the alphabet boys. I'm not exactly for sure. We have spiritual seeker. So this is giving me like, so the only thing that was found, the good news is that you're very spiritual. You're seeking like truth. You could meditate. The reason you're alone and being by yourself is because you're going within. You're doing some soul searching. This is what they found. The good news was. So somebody could have faked accounts saying otherwise, but the only thing that was found was good stuff. And we have barber. Somebody could have, like, you could do a lot of things for yourself, collective. Like, let's say that you spend a lot of time at home, like me. Like, I do my own hair, I do my own nails, like, and it takes time, right? So, like, you know, in my free time, I'm doing readings, I'm meditating, I'm taking care of myself, right? These are all things that would have kept you inside, and somebody was trying to say that the reason you were inside was for some sort of mental illness. Yeah, this person who's a clown. Now this clown is ending up in legal issues. They were putting on the performance of a lifetime wearing a mask. Or they said this about you. Yeah, you were the victor here. This was blocked. You won, whatever the situation is. I just heard that song play in my head. We Are the Champions by, or We Are the Champion by, oh, come on. It's so old. I can't remember. Oh, it's on the tip of my tongue. Tell me in the comments. You guys know who it is. We have nightmare. So somebody was trying to create a nightmare. Somebody was saying you were possessed. Oh, this cycle got closed out. Somebody could have even sent something like supernatural to you. Boss. A boss? Somebody leading this. Somebody invested in this. BS. This cycle's closed. This could be like a father energy, authoritative figure. Tell me about drop the ball. This boss could be the one getting this life in prison. Yeah, the person who planned this, built this from the ground up. They were the architect of this design here to have you supervised. They constructed this nonsense that you had some sort of mental illness. This could be military, or you can see at the bottom it says honor. You could be this loyal person. You have integrity. You have honor. You could be giving a selfless service to others. Like, for instance, let's just use, now this is just me making an analogy, like from what I'm doing. So what I'm doing here on YouTube is not for money. Let me just tell you that the amount of money that one makes from having YouTube account that is, still growing like mine is not even something almost worth mentioning, because it's so small, okay, in comparison to the amount of time, the amount of service that I'm providing here. So it's kind of like that. Like, somebody here is providing a selfless service and proving that they are a loyal person who has integrity. Someone could be military, doesn't have to be you, it could be someone else who's looking at life in prison for malicious intent. It could be a sister who's a freaking gold digger. Greedy. This person could have exploited others or yourself if this is your reading. This person's selfish. Something about AI could be significant. Some sort of automated program or... All right, tell me more about corrupt officials. Drop the ball. Ally. Somebody could have used AI to support a situation here. Huh. I don't know what that is yet. Okay, somebody could actually be a military and they could be like, I support, the government, I work for the government, so on and so forth. They could have even tried to partner with the government to do something here. They thought this was going to be potential for some sort of growth in a case or something with court. Tell me about paid someone to put a hit, or somebody put a hit on someone. That was felony. We have substitute, replacement, impersonator, scapegoat. So collective, if you're the scapegoat here, somebody put a felony hit out on you, which was malicious. They could have taken a picture of you and given it to someone. Whatever they did, it was forbidden. This sister, this is right next to with a replacement, scapegoat, impersonator, sister. I'm just reading the card. So this sister could have thought they were going to replace you, like I mentioned earlier. This person could have impersonated you in order to do something malicious. Clergy. So this person could be saying they're so religious, yet they're over here committing felony criminal acts, one of which being hits on someone. This person could be, saying that they're moral and they're not. They are actually, haunted. Somebody could have sent like a ghost or apparition to you, or a spirit. This person could have been trying to have you haunted as a form of targeting. This person looked at you as, this person looked at you as prey. While they're over here saying how religious they are. This person's a psycho. Yeah, somebody challenged this. They actually had the cojones to do something here. To say that you were things that you were not. They were trying to get to some sort of goal here, which was money that was not theirs. Yeah, they could have worked with a tyrant, or this person is a tyrant. They're oppressive. They were trying to control something, some sort of money. Revolutionist. Champion of transformation. Freedom fighter. Pursuer of welfare and justice. Okay, so this tyrannical, oppressive, controlling individual here was trying to act like they were transforming some sort of situation, but justice. Somebody is a freedom fighter here. You could be the one fighting for your freedom, or this person is fighting for their freedom. Traveler and farmer. Seeker of horizons. Okay, somebody traveled to get some sort of harvest. Somebody went on a long journey here, collective. They could have traveled towards you. They could have been paid hush money. Oh, shit. To do this. They could have been paid money to travel. Why is this shirt all crooked? Sorry, y'all. Okay. So they traveled somewhere to cultivate something so they could get some sort of harvest, which is money. All right. Possessions, wealth, something like that. Okay. Tell me about will, trust. So this person could have traveled to do a hit on someone. Somebody could have traveled to get pictures on you, maliciously to give to a HIT man to commit something forbidden. Felony. A dancer could be significant. This could also speak of being like in rhythm with the universe. So you are protected. This person was passionate about this. I just don't understand. Yeah, they were coaching someone. They could have even been part of training someone if they have military experience. They were encouraging someone to do something malicious to perhaps somebody who's a dancer. You could be a dancer. Yeah, this person is straight up the devil. Cunning. This was a cunning betrayal. They were nurturing this harvest here. On a chosen one. You could have prophetized this. This was a major mission here. You could be a prodigy, and this person did not know this. Or they thought that they were werewolf. Yeah, this person's actually a beast. They're not the chosen one. They're a beast. They turned into a beast? Ooh. This person is a beast collective and you're an angel. Oh my goodness. You're divine and this person's straight up a beast. An oppressive, controlling, tyrannical person. You're from the heavens and this person's from the depths of hell. Tell me more about this will and trust. So they were trying to coach someone so they could get a trust or bank account. But they're getting karma for this now. We have Buddhist. You could be a Buddhist. I know this person's not. They're not a Buddhist. I can promise you that. This could be your energy. You're serene. You have a very zen outlook or belief, spiritual belief. Gambler, risk taker of fake speculation, addiction, debt, and fortune. Somebody could have been saying, like, they were gambling on the fact that maybe you had debt. Perhaps you had a former addiction, or they were saying you did. This was all speculation to get some sort of fortune. This was a gamble. This was what was done in order to get this will or trust taken from you. This is going to go public. You could have reported this. You could have reported this evidence. This could seriously go public. Yeah. Because somebody was trying to depict you as something that you're not. They won't let go of the past. For some reason, somebody doesn't like you. Gravedigger. Oh my God. So this person was trying to literally take you out, collective. They could have even went and like dug a grave already for you. Or they were digging your grave. Survivor. You survived this. You grew in the harshest of... So not only did you survive this situation, all right, but you actually grew from this situation. You grew under the harshest conditions, like this flower growing through the pavement. You're resilient. You adapted to the situation. You are beyond lucky. This is chosen one energy. We have gang. You could have survived a gang? What? That was trying to dig your grave. Oh my God. That could be why this is going public? You survived some sort of... I can't even say the word. There could be a whole brotherhood of people involved in something here. They could be part of this constant drive-by. They could be the ones that have a court date as well. These gang members could be the ones that were hired for this hit. They could be telling on this sister now. Or a gang member's sister is involved. And a fireman. A gang member's sister or family member who's a fireman is involved. They were given hush money to perhaps sacrifice or extinguish a situation here. Collective, whoever these gang members are, they have a fireman, they have like connections to like the fire department. Somebody here could be a gambler, actually be like a gambler. They could gamble a lot. They could have a gambling addiction. You survived whatever this was. Somebody was depicting you as something you weren't. This could be a sister that went to a gang to get something. They could have given a gang payment, or a fireman in, you know, who has gang relations or family or something like that. There could also be a baseball, like a professional baseball player involved in something. Educator. Someone could be a teacher. There could be a gang affiliated teacher involved that was guiding, or somebody guided a fireman to do something. Blacksmith. To like tamper with something. Somebody like reached out to somebody, shaping something in a situation, painted something, shaped it into look a certain way, and then gave them a payment to do something here. A doctor could be involved. Something about a diagnosis. Somebody could have given hush money to a doctor of cash to surveil you, or whoever this reading's for. There's evidence of this. There's evidence of a gang being involved, evidence of a fireman related to a gang involved, that we're trying to dig a grave here for the collective to actually get a death certificate. Somebody may not have gotten paid until they could provide a death certificate. Somebody could even been given a will, trust, or bank account in order to do this. Unbelievable. An elder could have been part of this. There could be an elder. There's receipts and evidence of an elder, perhaps in your own family, who has hatred, who was plotting, that was working together with this gang of people. This person could have made a statement. I don't know who this elder is. I don't know if this is like a mom, a dad, an aunt, an uncle. What else do we need to know? But there's receipts and evidence for this. They could have given like your information so somebody could steal your identity. Like somebody could have given your social security number or something to someone. Wow. Okay, can I get 2 more for evidence and receipts? Volunteer. Yeah, somebody volunteered your identity to someone. They felt like it was their duty to give someone your identification or make a statement that was lies. Somebody could have said like, it's my duty to say the collective does strange things for change. Like, as this person's mother or father, like, I of course don't approve of this. And it was all bullshit lies. And this is coming from an elder that has hatred, that was planning, literally planning something here. There's receipts and evidence of this. This is wild. They thought they were genius. You could have figured this out. They thought they were being innovative. They thought they had some sort of exceptional ability. But you're actually the one that does. You could have figured this whole situation out, collective. You could have figured out that there was people in your family involved in this. that were shape-shifting. These people could literally be like shapeshifters. They could be very elusive, able to put on different masks, even if they're kind of peeling off and broken. So this person they were just wearing a mask that they were extraordinary or had exceptional abilities. They don't. They could have been parading around like they were a chosen one. Like they had some sort of spiritual gifts, and they don't. Somebody was lying, camouflaging something when it came to a doctor. They could have wanted someone to be a drifter, a wanderer. They wanted somebody to just be roaming the streets. They paid hush money to this doctor. One more. I know I said two more, but let's get one more. Influencer. You could be an influencer, collective, trendsetter, content creator. You could have an online influence here. And somebody didn't like this. So they wanted you to be like a homeless wanderer. But a detective looked into something. This truth is going to be coming out, that someone here is an agent of chaos. They could be possessed. They're a madman or woman. All right, you guys, this is interesting. I'm trying to think if we should do, let's take one last deck here, because I don't want this to go too long. All right, Holy Spirit, Holy Angels, let's get 6 cards. A false person. So whoever this false person is, something's coming back to them. We have pathway in reverse. Oh my goodness. So this false person, this pathway, their pathway is in reverse. There could be a feminine and a masculine involved. Tell me about fake accounts. Ooh. Mature woman. So a mature woman could have acted like a clown in some sort of accounts or tried to catfish you. They could be looking at a court date. Tell me about, ooh, sudden wealth. This court date could have to do with some money and justice coming in. This mature woman could be having health issues now. Main male. There could be a main male here who dropped the ball when it comes to this mature woman and this money. This main male could be part of this, and they could have been this oppressive, controlling, tyrannical individual. Something about passing. Or a death. Somebody could have passed away and left a sudden wealth to someone. Someone could be born on the 19th of the month. This could have somebody was wanting to bring an ending to someone's social status, reputation, career, something like that. Okay, now, hitman. Oh, high honor. So somebody gambled on putting a hit out, a felony, malicious hit on someone of high honor. This was forbidden. On a child. Collective. Someone's child is involved. Now this could be you. You could be this person's child, adult child. You could have been some sort of journey that somebody went on to do something to a child here has backfired because you're in high honor. If this is your reading, something in 2025 could have been very significant. This person could have found out in 2025. Something about travel significant. All right, tell me about will, trust, and bank account. So somebody traveled, perhaps. Their travel is what backfired here. So if somebody traveled to do something to you in high honor, perhaps an angel child here, this is what backfired. So a sister could have traveled, but somebody traveled here to do something, and somebody's looking at life in prison for putting a hit out on someone, perhaps their own child. Tell me about will and trust. So a community is concerned. They could be getting karma for working with a sister. A community of, a gang of people who have connections. Receipts and evidence are going to be shown in court. Wow. Can I get 2 more, please, for receipts and evidence? What else is there receipts and evidence of? There's a statement that's a receipt or evidence when it comes to some sort of situation that's going to be looked at in court regarding a house. Something about a house, something that happened in a house. This could have something to do with an elder. A family member, perhaps an older family member of yours could have said something happened in a house. You guys, my nose just started itching in the last 5 minutes. So that's like confirmation. Tell me more. This could have started in 2020. Distant horizon. So this house could be in another state or even country that's in question. This person wanted to keep this, so they were talking about you. We have official person, and it was in reverse. So take it either way you would like. This person could have tried to act like they were an official person, or somebody sent an official person towards you, a mature man. There could be a mature man that's an official person with an expectation of a home and wealth. They have an expectation they were going to be this wealthy man. Them and their partner, this couple, they could be getting a message that they're going to have to give up some income. They're not getting unexpected income. So they were trying to get money here. They're in their thoughts about this. They could be, instead of getting money, they're getting bad health and judged. Look at that. They're in their thoughts about this because they're getting bad health and they're being judged in court. A couple, masculine and a feminine. This judge is looking at him like, you've got to be shitting me. You did this to your own kid? It's disgusting. That's just my opinion. Take it how you want, but that's... Alright, guys, I'm going to go ahead and end this reading here. Like the reading, if you guys like the way I read, I would love for you guys to help get this message out to others who need it as well. If you guys would like to subscribe, I'd love to have you as part of the family. I'm really sorry if this is something you have gone through, because nobody deserves to go through this, especially by their own, perhaps, family. Yeah, let me know in the comments if you guys feel like sharing. I read all of them. I'd love to hear what you have to say. And I'll see you guys on the next one, okay? Bye.